goes away. The things I plan to say, oh baby.
So today I'm going to show you how to make an incredible beaded pumpkin. Now, this is one of the velvet pumpkins that Dollar Tree has, and I've had this for a couple of years. I wanted a velvet pumpkin, so I can show you this DIY. So I'm going to disassemble the pumpkin that I made a couple of years ago. That is one of the things that I love about crafting. If you get tired of a look, you can just repurpose something and reuse it. So now that I have my pumpkin, I'm going to be going through these beads. And I've had these beaded necklaces for a long time. They do sell beads like this at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to start by cutting the necklaces so that it's just a strand of beads. And then I'm going to use my hot glue gun and I'm going to attach the beads into all of the creases on the pumpkin. It does get a little bit challenging trying to make sure the beads are all lined up, and you have to be careful because sometimes the beaded strands have multiple beads and they're not secured onto the string. So you just have to be careful. One thing that I found that works really well is if I do one strand of the beads, I do the next strand exactly opposite. This way I can make sure that I'm going to have enough of this certain strand of bead to go around the pumpkin, hopefully equally. And it does help to add a little bit of glue in between when you get closer to the bottom of the pumpkin because you want to make sure that the beads are going to stay in place. When I was finished, this is how the pumpkin looks. All of those little impressions or depressions, whatever you want to call them, have a strand of beads. Then I went back with my hot glue gun and just really made sure they were secured in place. Next, I took a Dollar Tree plastic container and I added in some different white acrylic paints that I had. Next, I took some salt wash and I added 1 scoop of the salt wash to the white acrylic paint. Now, I'm not doing this to get a texture per se, but I want to cover up all of the styrofoam imperfections on the pumpkin because I don't want my pumpkin to look like it's styrofoam. And I think I should have mentioned this is one of the velvet colored pumpkins at Dollar Tree that is a little bit more expensive at $5. Now, once I had my paint all mixed together, then I just started applying it to the pumpkin. And first I went all the way around, really focusing on the big sections, and then I went back and covered up a little bit of the beads. I don't want too much of that texture on the beaded surface, just mainly those big white sections. And once that was dry, I came back with some folk art sheepskin chalk paint and I just painted the entire pumpkin. So I painted all of the larger plain sections and I also painted over the beads. Now, I did do several coats of this folk art paint to really make sure that the pumpkin was completely covered and coated with the sheepskin paint, as well as all of the strands of beads. I already love how this is looking. It does not look like a Dollar Tree pumpkin. It looks like one of the higher end pumpkins that you might see at Hobby Lobby or places like that are really expensive. And when the paint had all dried, I did go back and give it a nice coat of matte finished Mod Podge. Next, I took some folk art dark wax and I started by putting the wax just on the sides of the beads. I wasn't really sure how this was going to turn out, so I was playing around just to see if I was going to like this or end up having to paint the pumpkin again. I did go ahead and add some of that wax to the in-between sections to like the larger sections of the pumpkin because I want to have different areas of shading to give this pumpkin a rustic look. Then I came back with a soft microfiber rag and I wiped off all of the excess wax. I did end up doing several coats of the wax on the pumpkin to really get a dark and more rustic look to this pumpkin. but I have to say I'm really happy with how the wax worked with the sheepskin colored paint. Next, I came back along the top side of the pumpkin and I added a little bit more wax because I really want to make it look like it's shaded. And it seems like pumpkins are a little bit darker right around the pumpkin stem. And I wanted a little bit more definition, a little bit more shading on those larger plain sections. So I did come back with a little more wax and then just wiped it off. This is definitely not looking like a Dollar Tree pumpkin now. I also came back on the bottom and did a little bit more of that shading just to make it the same as the top. Now that I have my pumpkin done, I'm going to attach a stem. Now this is a stem that I made using some air dry clay, and I painted it, and now I'm just going to put it on top of my pumpkin. Then I came back with a little bit of hot glue just to fill in all of the edges. I wasn't sure if I was going to come back with some more paint or wax, but in the end I decided just to leave it just like this. And here is the finished pumpkin. I am really happy with how this project turned out. I love how the salt wash really filled in all of the imperfections of the styrofoam, and I think it looks great. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click that subscribe button, then click the bell notification so you'll get an alert every time I have a new video coming out. And this is a lot different than most of my videos. I want to focus on just one project at a time, so that's what I'm going to be bringing you for a while. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.